I hear these voices in my head. I'm tripping, I'm trying not to listen. I'm distant. I hear these voices in my head. I'm tripping, I'm trying not to listen. I'm distant. I hear these voices in my head. I'm tripping, I'm trying not to listen. I'm distant. I hear these voices in my head. I'm tripping. I hear these voices in my head. I'm tripping. I'm trying not to listen. I'm distant. I hear these voices in my head. I'm tripping. I'm trying not to listen. I'm distant. I hear these voices in my head. Voices in my head. I'm tripping. I'm trying not to listen. I'm distant. I hear these voices in my head. I'm tripping. I'm trying not to listen. I'm distant. I hear these voices in my head. I'm tripping. I'm trying not to listen. I'm distant. I hear these voices in my head. I'm tripping. I hear these voices in my head. I'm tripping. I'm trying not to listen. I'm distant. I hear these voices in my head. I'm tripping. I'm trying not to listen. I'm distant. I hear these voices in my head.
I don't know, sir.
Imagine that no one dies because of his religion or the color of his skin. Imagine that we forgive what's unforgivable. Pain. Sadness. Fear. All the things we want to disappear.
Hey, traders. Sorry, just having issues with my mic or my mic mod or whatever. So, yeah, I survived, man. Yesterday was ridiculous. I'm still like out of it, like bad. So y'all did wreck me. But man, how long was it? Almost 6-hour live stream. So we made it through the storm and all that. It was cool. Thunder, lightning, some ASMR, some laughs, some cries, lots of intrigue. Unfortunately, Bitcoin.
Hey Mitch, can we check Burger and see what it's doing compared to yesterday?
Of course, Egg. We can look at Burger Coin, not Burger King. Burger Coin. I sometimes like eating burgers with an egg, a fried egg in the burger. You know. Anyway, thank you, dude. Yeah, we'll look at it. Sorry, I'm not gonna be as quick with my whips or my quips. Quick with my quips. Anyway, so good news, bad news situation. Bullish engulfing candle off the critical support at the bottom of the trading range. More good news was the more divergence yet to really play out. All you've had was the engulfing candle, still valid until you break below with the candle close 31,066. So I mean, like, you're still at the area of potential reversal. And you know, if you're just gonna break through it or something in the next week, complete violation of the structure, get out of here. It's pretty much done, dude. 24/5, right? But this is exactly where the asset could rally and run up to make a lower high, go test 33,900. The supply line of the falling wedge, it's still contained within. Right, and then that's really what we're going to be looking for. Right? Can Bitcoin make at least a higher high, a local higher high than 34,650? Because that is your most discernible, I would say, local 4-hour high. 34,650. All right, so that's it, man. It's like, let's say there was no context, you know, from like, wow, what a run, you went on forever, and then a huge Wyckoff distribution. Like, this would be, without context, great area, low risk, high reward opportunity for a trade. Like, it really would be great. But the issue is, the other time scales are not really looking good at all. They look really bad. I mean, like, as we discussed yesterday. So there's your 4-hour. It's showing some bullish stuff, but I'm telling you, dude, in conditions that are not good, you kind of want to be looking for the daily to be showing extremely bullish things, right? And unfortunately, it's just not really doing that yet. I mean, again, it's the 12-hour that is so nasty. I mean, we could identify the partial rise on the daily, sure, but I just like a few more candles. And here you are. I mean, you've got no edge, it's like bearish convergence, not oversold, sitting at 41 on the 12-hour. I mean, you might bullishly engulf, and that'd be very interesting to see. An engulfing candle occur at the PCZ of a bullish Gartley at the bottom of the trading range. And that is an argument. That is definitely some sort of case a bull could make. But at the same time, you round it out at a 62% retrace after touching the top of the trading range, which is all textbook bearish partial rise stuff. So that's where we are, hanging on by a thread. This is a 12-hour, it's not a daily, so it wouldn't even be a daily engulfing. Daily is just nothing. Indecision candle, terrible. Like, this, just bad. It's like, oh, bearish engulf yesterday, just sitting sideways, unable to break the RSI trend line like 4 different times in the past month, and now just, you know, sitting right there at 40, which is the bearish control zone. Yeah, no bids, exactly. Very little to no bids in crypto right now. And it's sad because the altcoins, they've made really good retraces, deep 88% retraces. You know, they're showing like harmonics at levels that make sense for somewhat of a major reversal, but it won't matter. Like, they'll just continue their descent down when Bitcoin decides it doesn't want to hold 30,000 and wants to go fill that CME gap at 24,500, which really isn't that far away now. So, not good, dude. very, very little. I mean, just, you know, you flip the chart over. That's just massive amounts of accumulation. It's beautiful. So you just understand we're at a major inflection point. Major inflection point. This is it, dude. It's right there. You break that. 24.5 is just, I'm saying that because of the CME gap fill. But it's really like 20K is the real support if you break 30K.
Almost time to buy for me, smile.
What's up, Retta? RSI reaching 2018 bottom. Ooh, God, that's terrible. I mean, that's just massive amounts of accumulation if you inverted the chart. Massive amounts of distribution if you are looking at the real chart. So, weekly 2018 levels, gross. Lowest level on the weekly RSI we've seen since March 30th, COVID crash, right? So still above 40 though, which is good, but dang, dude, it's just very dissimilar. It's very different than the multi-year bull cycle we had from, you know, pretty much late 2015 to the end of 2017, right? That was right where you would go to the equilibrium level around 50 every single time and then rally to get overbought again. That is certainly not what happened at all this time around. This was May and June of 2019 where Bitcoin went from 33.43, right? 31.50 all the way up to 14K. And so that's just gross, man. I mean, it's just wow. Not once during the bullish cycle did Bitcoin ever fall below 53. Not once. So nothing normal about, you know, and I think that was kind of similar to what it looked like in 2013 too. But, you know, anything still above 40 is still neutral, even though it's below 50. Anything between 40 and 60 is neutral. So you can't say quite bearish yet. Very few times in history has Bitcoin fallen below 40 for too long, you know. Anyway, that was because Reddit brought it up. So, yeah, weekly just, I mean, it will be like, you know, in 2 days, 2 hours will be the lowest candle close since the week of December 21st, 2020. Ow. So we're talking 203-day lows on your weekly candle close, unless something miraculous happens on the weekend, which you could say almost certainly that's probably not going to happen, man. I mean, weekend is not really where the major volume is, where major market participants are making crazy moves. So, yeah, that's not good. Okay. So the weekly, trash. Daily, kind of trash. 12-hour, trash. 4-hour, it looks okay. Looks like actually where it would reverse. So that's why we did the poll yesterday. You can still cast your vote on. You go to the community section of my YouTube channel, and it's there. I'll just try to find it and we can pin it. We got a lot of votes now on it. It's just it's an intriguing poll, right? Because like, which time scale will prevail?
Thanks to the streams of the past years.
Well, maybe it's not there. I don't know.
This will changed my life. Funds are ready to buy at low weekly RSI levels to do it all again. Don't be afraid to get educated, people, and be patient.
Thank you, Reddit, for the threes. What the heck? Oh. Bull run definitely changed my life too, and I know many people in here, right? You know, definitely got cash on hand, ready if it was to do the unthinkable, which would be filling the gap at 24.5 and maybe backtesting 20K as support for the first time ever. But we know, like in history, like old all-time highs, they don't really ever get backtested either. That's support before they keep going. So, you know, I wish conditions were different, man. I wish we were like making consecutive higher highs, higher lows. But the volatility is just dying, dude. Literally dying. So what do y'all think? Y'all think this engulfing candle at 31.1 is going to play out and usher in a short-term wave up this weekend? What's up, Adam? Thanks for the threes, dude. Appreciate it, man. Oh, And poll's still valid. I can't even find it. So someone mod when I find it and link it if they can. I just don't think it's a possibility. How low can we go? 20K, 24K, 24.5. So that's it, dude.
Sorry I didn't mention that the Burger Daily MACD is bearish dip, but RSI looks okay, so maybe your thoughts on that too. Thanks.
Sure, Egg. Thanks for the threes, dude. Yep. We'll look at Burger in a second. You know, just kind of going through like, you know, Bitcoin, just where there's an argument for bulls, but it's only on one time scale, and it's just the 4 hour. And then the bearish argument is like a 12-hour daily and weekly, and it's all bad. It's all bearish. It's like all like saying, yeah, down next. So Ethereum almost got to that PCZ, very, very close. Bullish divergence now on both oscillators on the 4 hour. If this was, you know, the macro wasn't so bleak and scary looking, I would say, yeah, this is exactly what the stuff you're looking for. You know, look at the low and then the slightly lower low and then like one negative histogram wick. That's it. So it's like triple bullish divergence going on. Near pattern completion zone at a critical support. Not critical. It exists, right? It's like February, March, a couple times, and then May, and then a little bit of price action. You know, June. In June. So like here once and twice. Question is, will the engulfing candle and the bullish divergence that's developed on both time scales at a deep retraced level, will this all be respected? You would think it would if Bitcoin is actually going to reverse on the 4 hour too. You think it would. You think you'd go back up to 2,000, and it could, you know, usher in a break above 2K. But it's just, you're at these levels, man, where if the daily and weekly and 12 hour looked more bullish, I would be like, oh, it's trade setup time. But you just can't really be like that right now. I don't think, just because of the significant time scales, and you know, we look for all these variables to line up at the same time at the same areas, but we also like looking at different time scales, more significant time scales, and they're not telling us the same thing at all that the 4 hours telling us. That sucks, dude. You want them all to line up. You want the stars to align. You're looking for a true strong edge. I mean, again, Ethereum looking bullish on the 4 hour, but not like probably the 12 hour and the daily. Yeah, you see like a harmonic, man. It's like a cipher, a discernible cipher on the 12 hour, but again, it's just kind of like the descending triangle too. Like, you remember, I think we're looking at like this one. Maybe not this one. Well, I mean, like, I'm saying, like, hold on. Let me replot it in case my work didn't save or something. I don't know. Alright, it's pretty real. I mean, you just lower highs, and then the same low buy wall with distribution going on. Very, very real. What's up, NRG? Thank you for the 20, dude. We'll look at KGC. Thanks, man. Pod, I'm glad you found me, man. Tax money hitting accounts. What you talking about, dude? Friggin' July, huh? So, yeah, I mean, like, 12 hour daily just don't really look good. This was like bearish continuation stuff. Bro, I mean, your downside is like 1340 to 1440. A lot of congestion there. Support resistance, you know? Just plotting it real quick so you can see. Like, I think a measured move would be extreme. Like he's saying with the Bitcoin showing head and shoulders, extreme. It's just, think about it like, hey, it's creating this pattern, and once this buy wall gets broken to 1720, it's going down to like 1350 to 1450. That's probably your next stop. And it'll take a while probably when it gets there. It's probably not gonna just blast through it like nothing. That'd be capitulation, because that's true support developed, you know, early this year. So you'd go down there, you test it, you might bounce off of it, end up making a lower high, and then coming back to it, and that's when, you know, absorption of remaining demand at these support resistance levels. So, you know. Yeah, dude. Wish I had better news, you know, about the second largest crypto. And there it is, man. I mean, it's just like very real on the daily. You can see it. That's what it was. It was not. Yep. So Tiago,
Looking like the dragon on BTC 4H. Thanks for the stream, Mitch.
the dragon, I don't know, man, and the daily on Ethereum below the 200-day moving average. Again. So as long as it stays above 1750, technically, I guess it's fine. But dude, it's gotta eventually. Bitcoin too. They have to make higher highs than their previous highs, and they're just not doing it, man. They're just not doing it, and eventually this keeps up. The bottom will fall out. Absorption of remaining demand could be very well going on right now at this critical level. Okay, that's it. Dragon, you say? I mean, I don't know about a dragon, dude. I see a bullish Gartley at its pattern completion zone, triple bullish divergence on the MACD at the bottom of a trading range after tremendous amounts of distribution. In a falling wedge pattern, kind of like a little falling wedge is still in, but no one's buying the asset. It's back tested at the 200 moving average 2 times as resistance. So what makes it so weak to me is the fact that it rallied one more time, made another lower high, and it was unable to even test the 200 moving average. It's like, that's so bearish, dude. Like, yeah, that's great. We have a Gartley here, dude. The price action's terribly bearish on the 4 hour, even with this XABCD. Okay, so I could definitely see this thing get violated based on the 12-hour daily. So I'm just telling you where I'm at. I'm not trying to beat a dead horse or scare anybody. I'm just telling you it's been really weak right now. Okay, so we look at total right now that is broken below $1.3 trillion, which is not really good, man. I mean, that's your inflection point kind of back from February, you know, so you're just rounding out, making a substantially lower high than the previous highs, and not too far off from making your lowest daily candle close since back in early February. You know, that's where you are, very close. So you think if you're holding below 1.3 trillion, you're probably heading down to test 1.2 trillion, which is that local low from May 22nd, June 26th. That seems very real. It's going to happen again. And you've got below the 200-day moving average, like really gross, man. Really weak right now. You know, you had bullish divergence, right? The bullish divergence. Look how it played out. Look how pathetic the performance was. That should tell you, right? When you have divergence that powerful, that strong, that real and apparent on the chart, from the low to the lower, slightly lower low, and then it plays out. The TA is respected. The TA is respected only marginally. Weak performance. That's just not good signs for what would be coming next, right? That divergence should have been like, oh, it runs up to 1.7 trillion, you know, to test the top, but it's not. Too much distribution going on across this entire market. This is total, the aggregate of all cryptos. All right. Yeah, quite unfortunate. Set of events for the cryptosphere, and the way the charts look just sucks, man. I hate it. I hate it for everyone, because I know people have hold accounts and you're staring at a chart that looks like the probability is higher that it would drop down next, not up. And that's what I'm saying, like imminent move coming on Bitcoin, right? Imminent. It's gonna be happening very soon. You're very deep within the parameters of this trading range. You've just created the very real textbook partial rise. I mean, according to Bukowski, you know, on traditional markets, 70% chance of a downside breakout after that occurs, and this was perfect. Literally, it should be in his textbook if it plays out, right? You know, volume 4, next time he publishes a new version, it should be the Bitcoin chart, okay? Hey, make some more book sales. So one thing I wanted to look at before we look at Burger Coin was BAT. BAT's very interesting. Going to the daily or weekly, doesn't matter.
Happy Friday, Mitch.
What's up, David?
Am I balling tall? Stock? Looks like it's trying to
Tal
rally off
education,
some
man.
support from May of 2017. Do you think this is some bottoming action?
It's China to me. China, I mean, Tal education's for, you know, stay-at-home Chinese education, indoctrination for communists or something. I mean, like, you know, they educate, but I'm sure they indoctrinate too, based on, you know, anything in communist China. And when you're dealing with shaping young minds, come on, dude, you know what they're doing over there. So they got in trouble last year for like faking revenue on their books. We remember that. Y'all remember that? Some of y'all patrons do. That was a big talk. We were like, scam, it's a scam. And we hated it, but it rallied. And now it's finally getting what it deserves to get devastated. So, all right, BAT, basic attention token. We'll look at it, of course. Thank you, David. Look at this, man. The old resistance, right? Back from May 2018, April 2019, August 2020. You hit it, you bounced. Terrible distribution. You sold off, you're hitting it again. You're rallying, and it's kind of nice to see the asset diverging there and making the higher low and engulfing today. Bullish engulfing candle. I don't know. It's like you would think strategically this makes a lot of sense for a low risk, high reward, assuming this is like should be like a steel wall of support. I have no clue at all how this support would hold when Bitcoin, if Bitcoin falls to 24.5. I think this is going to go down to like 44 cents and lower if Bitcoin dumps, and that could just be a complete reset, pump and dump, crypto euphoria, traders market stuff, so it looks, I think anything above 44 to 47 cents is very nice on BAT, but unfortunately BAT is just BAT. It's beholden to Bitcoin's price action, and Bitcoin's looking like another steep drop in price. It's not going to hold up, dude. It's up 12% today, an anomaly on the charts. Lucky Coffee. That one was bad too. That was worse though than Tao. It was a digital media dude. So I thought that was an interesting look. I mean, in normal conditions, that would be extremely nice, low risk areas to long. But you're just not. I mean, today is great, but every other day has been terrible, right? And I mean, it's like harmonic stuff, XABCD, it was like, the lower low. It was like not really any kind of true harmonic of any sort. There was bullish divergence, and look how pathetic the bullish divergence was. Just turned into rounding action, substantially lower high than previous high. It's just bearish price action. Your bullish indicators are happening. They're playing out. The T is being respected, but in a very, very weak manner. Sucks, dude. Dang, it's depressing almost, I mean, you look across this whole market, it's like the same thing, except for Hex, except for Cream. Cream was never able to really get it together. Didn't hear any more beeps before I passed out. Got me wrecked yesterday. Okay, so we'll look at Burger Coin, whatever, man. Then we'll look at everything else. The burger looked great, and then it didn't. Down 13.5%. This is really, really weak stuff, man. I mean, like, you were trying to break a critical resistance, and that was it. But it was really nice. I mean, despite anything, it was grand how it held. But you should never expect things. But you really shouldn't expect things when the macro looks like it's about to roll over based on technicals. Right? It's just like, being long on anything in crypto, even Cream or Hex right now, just because we've just kind of confirmed that partial rise, that's where it's just like, okay, man, nothing wrong with a little cash position, waiting for this uncertainty, but kind of leaning bearish stuff to play out, waiting for it. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you live to fight another day. There's like another trade out there, on another market that's not looking so bearish. I mean, I don't even know why. Like gold, platinum, silver. That's all you need to know. Like those three right there look like set up for substantially higher prices, major markups, inversing crypto right now. So it's just like, why even focus your attention in crypto the way it's looking? It's just bad, man. We're looking, but nothing's performing. Like even any bullish variable that's popped up, you tell me what's happened. Oh, harmonic presents itself. Well, it's at the PCZ. Just kidding. It goes to the 886. All of them. Really weak. Then they rally. What do? Oh, they kind of roll over. They bounce and they roll over, and then they kind of double bottom. And oh wait, now they're making lower lows, and then they rally again, and they're just sputtering. That is bad, man. That's bearish. That means like the trend is not your friend right now. The things that used to work for us almost daily during the bull cycle are now failing us almost every day. You get that, right? So that could tell you a little bit about how the trend is, where we are in sentiment. Market participants just are not bullish right now. everything kind of got wrecked. A lot of things got hit today, you know. I mean, utility companies killing it, man. Amazing. Moderna, unbelievable. My dad's a Moderna. He flexed about it. I'm like, what? I looked at the chart and I'm like, Jesus, this looked like Apple before Apple broke out. But I mean, it did break out and it's outperforming the living crap out of Apple. So Moderna, man, wow, ascending triangle hype. So, I mean, so you were saying Burger, Daily, MACD has bearish divergence. Dude, I don't know how it's anything. It has like nothing, dude. It's like, there's not even enough data on Burger to say there's anything, you know? At least on this chart. Probably more data. Yeah, what a whipsaw, man. What a whipsaw. This is what sucks, man. It's like you rejected the candle low close from May 23rd. You were breaking it, everything was good, and now you're not. You're whipsawing. Whipsawing, dude. Rejecting. So, hey, guess what? Bitcoin goes to 24.5. This thing's going to all-time lows, at least on this chart. Okay, there might be data somewhere else. Higher market manipulation? I don't know about higher market manipulation, George. I would think that it would be easier for market manipulation to occur based on the low liquidity and no one trading, like far less market participants trading on the weekend. So I would think you're going to be more susceptible to market manipulation on weekends. Yeah, sure. Now the fact that there are people like out there being like, oh, it's the weekend, time to become manipulators. Not really like that, no. Yes, the remote control blinds, yes. You can now get burger for $3.83. What a cheap burger. They're like, burgers are like $10. I want a refund, dude. Burgers are normally really prices up here, like standard burger prices, thanks inflation. But it's not real. Inflation's transitory. It's not real, dude. Okay. Imagine trying to, I mean, I guess you can buy burgers for $3.80. That'd be funny if it just, it was a stable asset and just tracked the price of moderately sized or moderately qualitative burgers price, you know? Yeah, definitely nothing burger. It's over, dude. Like, you just, everything that was good about it has been wiped out. Yeah, the nice double bottom, the rally, and what happened? A bullish pattern, bullish indicators, bullish divergence, it all kind of played out. And what did it do? It didn't turn into anything but a major reversal. So it's below the 200 moving average again. It's just bad, man. It's just, maybe you'll make a higher low than 350. Maybe. And then, hey, that'd be great, but it's not looking very good right now, dude. You're back below any kind of support resistance you had on the 4 hour and daily. So, welcome to crypto. They're like gonna do this. They're going to do this, man. So anyway, we can shift gears since it's like depression hour. S&P 500 unfortunately will not ease that depression if you care about price action, tethering that to your emotions or to your happiness. You know, it sold off today down 0.75%. You know, kind of one high, a second high at a 1.618, and it's reversing there. Okay, that kind of makes sense. The area where it might reverse, it's just, you know, you got gap fill down at like 42, 44. Yeah, that could be filled. It could just be the part of a new wave down, you know, and eventually it makes a higher low than 4170, pivots, and then runs again. It could, look, man, I think it would make most sense for the asset to come back, test 4239. Right, this is an old high from May 10th and a level that's been tested June 14th. Right, I think that back testing, holding mega high low and runs again. You know, so because money printer go burr and it's just unreal, like Rudy Poo, like crazy, dude. Since the COVID crash, psycho bull run. Okay, Dow Jones was unable to break out, rejected. Yes, it rejected the all-time high. A couple times. Bearishly engulfed on the 4 hour, the first 4 hours trading, but then the daily, major bearish engulfing candle. No bearish divergence really. I guess a little, I mean, if you were talking about that high to this side, there is a little bearish divergence on the RSI, but that's not really what you're looking for. You don't, I mean, a bearish engulfing candle, that's a reversal. So it's like, if the TA is respected on this bearish engulfing candle, more downside could be had. Yep. More downside? A lot of downside, actually. I mean, like, if you're range bound between 33.5 and 35, it could go all the way down to back test 33.7 because it broke. Look, it fell below the critical support, but it sprung, and it's never back tested the spring. So if things get really bad, you know, then you could come back test the bottom of the trading range for the first time ever, actually. Well, like, first time since breaking back above it.
What up, Mitch?
So Nathan, man, thanks for the 5 super chat. What up? Not crypto and not stocks today, except for Moderna and Oracle and NE and 27 other S&P. 27 total S&P 500 stocks were up today, and everything else 74 losers. Okay, so gross, I mean, IC, the Nasdaq Composite, same thing as S&P, down, right? You think eventually back filling gaps at 14,272, back testing old resistance as support. It all seems like it would make plenty of sense. I know we've been talking about this every day. It hit the 1272 around that area. It's supposed to begun its reversal. We'll see what happens next week, going deeper into earnings season. So it's definitely gonna affect the price. Okay. Russell 2000, small caps, the other index fund, unable to hold this demand line. Very clear, concise demand line. 4 touches. It tested it yesterday, and now it's broken it officially, confirmed today. And I mean, yeah, it's like, hey, XABCD. I would think more so if you want, it's a range-bound asset that just broke a demand line. Probably more prudent to wait for lower prices. 2000. Yeah, man, you're way up here. What a run, and can't break out. You're stuck, dude. So 200-day moving average is right there, confluent with that bottom of the trading range from 2080. There it is, 200-day. Well, you haven't tested the 200-day moving average since September last year. It seems definitely possible it's going to happen again. So there you go. That's your index funds. And you got, well, let's just look at Moderna. My God, man. Is it mRNA? Yeah. Look at this freaking beast, man. Unreal. Look at this. Bear shark turned into a bullish 5-0. It's a successful bullish 5-0. And then it broke out. It's gone, dude. So 100% measure move. I think it's been hit. If you measure the size of this triangle or whatever you wanted to call it. Yeah, look at that measured move hit today. Great stuff, man. I wish I'd followed this one more. At least my dad got it on it. Good for him. So that's a beauty, isn't it? TA masterpiece of ascending triangle stuff, bullish, or bear sharks turning in, right? Bear shark, bearish pattern, a bullish trend. The bearish shark turns into the bullish 5-0. Bullish 5-0 ends up being the higher low, holding in the demand line of the ascending triangle, and a breakout. Just straight up. Beautiful. And we got Oracle, which is a top gainer in the S&P 500 today. Nearing its all-time high. This thing's stupid, dude. This thing's like tech stock 2000. Like, it's been in this since the tech bubble popped, right? This thing has begun like a parabolic run. All right, and look at it now. Look how far away it is from the mean of its parabolic run. Like, the mean is the curved line, and you're that far away from it. And that's really never happens like this. Not to this level of just straight up. The velocity and the angle of ascent is so spectacular and awe-inspiring, isn't it? And there's obviously nothing looking left. This was the 2000 high. So just look, that's what it looks like to me. Oracle back in 1999 to 2000, just it went straight up, like broke away from its mean, right? Any kind of demand line you had, straight up. And then eventually it was up there for a while and then straight down, after. So wild stuff, dude. Going nuts since the COVID crash, but really long before. What a crazy support, though, from 2014 and 2015 and 2018 and 19, where the COVID crash, where it ended up holding and V-shaping. Crazy, man. Bank of New York Mellon Corporation, second top gainer on the S&P. It's been on a spectacular run. There was a Bartley at a critical level. It's just, harmonics at critical levels. All right, and split out. He broke a supply line, very nice. And it's just been consolidating, downward sloping since May. And it makes sense, right? Right at this critical level. I wouldn't be surprised if the asset went to $45 that it tested. I don't know. But if it can get above $50, I think it could very well run up to 58 all-time highs. Yeah, dude, this is like a descending broadening wedge of some sort, and it just got all screwed up because of the COVID crash, you know? It was like this. Oh, I love it, man. It's such a pretty structure. Oh, one of my lines is not visible. Give me a sec. Look at this, beautiful. And you gotta love this, right? The descent, like the bottom trend line of the descending broadening wedge, you fell out because COVID, but it rallied and then it back tested the spring. And it wasn't just the down sloping support it tested, it was also the support from 2016. That's brilliant, man. That's converging trend lines, converging supports, confluence. That's like stronger supports. Wow, very nice. So mean measured move of a descending broadening wedge breakout is the top. So that it is like, that is the target, 58.91 eventually on BK. And then knee, the Knights of Knee, next air energy. It was beautiful, dude. Reminded me of MasterCard a little bit, but even better. Like the zone of support, look, you one bottom, you spring, you back test the spring a couple times. Oh, it's just so beautiful, man. And your target's 81.25, the third top gainer today. The Southern Company was amazing too.
The UK FCA banned Binance in the UK. Any suggestion for a decent alternative with liquidity? Cheers, ears.
Ouch, Binance ban in UK. I don't know what people in the UK are able to do. Normally, people in the UK like have far more freedom than Americans do in terms of exchanges to use. So I'm not really sure, but I'm sure people in the chat would be happy to try to guide you in the right direction of recommendations of exchanges, man. Okay. Yeah, Crypto Dinero, me too. I'm sure a lot of people. So it's a nice higher low, and this is the stuff you're looking for, man. All right, this specimen of an asset, you know, back testing old support resistance as support a couple times, and it rallied. It's beautiful. Okay, so look at this though. SO, so gorgeous. You know, brought this up yesterday or a couple days ago to patrons when I was scanning. All right, an asset that major inflection point from history. And a demand line that goes back to September of last year. Look how you held it, then you started getting back above it, and this is like where you think eventually the Southern Company could run to test all-time highs, the pre-COVID highs. I think that's like eventually where SO is probably going. SO to $71. Okay, KuCoin, there you go. Figured that might have been a good answer, but I'm not, again, I mean, my ancestry is UK, like almost all UK, but you know, that doesn't have anything to do with my knowledge of exchanges there. The pre-penthouse trend line. Yeah, that's it, dude. Remember, yeah, any. Oh, yeah, it is the pre-print. Sorry, dude. Let me change that color. Sorry. There you go. Now you can see it clear as day. It's beautiful, dude. Beautiful. So, Bitcoin down less than 1% today. Not looking too hot after that bullish engulfing candle off critical levels. All right. Steven having a pretty good week. I don't know. I mean, like I'm been like sick, dude. Like just trying to shake something for 6 weeks now, and it's just like antibiotics, and I'm just like, oh man. I'll eventually survive. Yesterday, y'all didn't help. I got wrecked. Okay, so that was just some like lookers, you know. Some lookers on the day. CRM also was up today. That one had a good turnaround. You know, it had some little descending broadening wedge breakout. And so, you know, it's going to be really important. I think probably next week CRM is going to test 234, and you're going to see what you're really made of, that low from September 24th, October 30th. Look at this, December 23rd. Look at this. You know, April 16th, 27th. That's a major area that it needs to hold. Otherwise, it's going to be in trouble. I don't know, because it could end up just making a higher low than 210 and be like a 3 rising valleys, and could end up looking like Micron before it went absurd. So, you know, this one's turning things around. It was correcting for a while. It filled gaps, you know. but still a very, very bullish trend. And some people will be like, it's an inverse head and shoulders. I mean, it's close. It's kind of oblong a little bit on the shoulders and stuff, but a look at it more like anything above 234 could be really bullish. I think if it back tests and holds successfully 234, that's also the 200-day moving average right there. I think if you hold 234, then your target is 270, nearing all-time highs, right back from October. So let's see what happens on CRM. They're good, man, real good. But then you got on the other side of the coin, unfortunately, like Nvidia, the worst gainer on the S&P 500, exceeded that 2618 fib extension and has reversed. And what do we call this? What is this? Literally, this is a pretty much textbook. Yes, it was a joke, but it's real. A textbook bearish what? The 2618, right? Well, from the harmonic, I mean that's pretty close, dude. That's a bearish canary. We have a bearish canary on Nvidia. So when are we going to publish this, Scott Carney, dude? For real. Because it was a joke, but it's actually, they keep playing out, so.
Noise!
Hi Mitch, do you think we are still following the Wyckoff accumulation pattern? I was under the impression that we are in phase D. But if we break 30k, then I guess the pattern is invalid? Thoughts on this? Thanks dude, thumbs up, thumbs up.
Thank you, Camille. We will address that. Let me, I got some requests I got to look at. I'm just kind of making the rounds. This thing, I mean, there's very little support until 647, so it could drop another $100. So it was just overheated. It was a straight line up, and there's a lot of profit taking the past couple days on Nvidia. Past 3 days, really. Whew. So, I mean, more selling could definitely happen. Down 4.25% today. Yeah, Netflix. Say, what did Netflix do? It sold off at sell-off levels, right? Well, I can't believe this news. Like, what? I'm the most surprised person that's ever been in existence, right? I mean, you hit the top of a range, like perfectly. You filled a gap perfectly, and those profit-taking levels, and it reversed. Down 2.3%, really not that bad. I mean, still really high. It hasn't even filled the gap from 521 yet, so still, I mean, above that 200 moving average, really good. So yeah, it's range-bound asset that's just like for a trader's dream, you know? This is not really, I mean, this is exactly like, oh, it could be accumulation, or, you know, it could be reaccumulation, or it could just be Wyckoff distribution eventually, you know, so tough to say. I'm just, again, you like look at it, you're like, oh, it's an XABCD formation, deep value areas, one bottom, a second bottom, accumulation low, and those are great areas, and then the target would be running up to fill the gap and seeing the top of the range, and it did, and it reversed, and it could very well go up to the very top, 569 next week, just all depends. You got earnings coming up next week, right? July 20th. So that could definitely usher in a sell-off after a run-up. So just be very cognizant of that. Like, you had time to trade it, and the earnings are coming up next week. So, and that's a coin flip. You just never know. Could just gap down majorly. Okay, so let's see. I'm just looking at some losers, some winners, you know. Let's look at gold real quick, and then we'll get to these requests. Yeah, gold reversing at the 200 moving average. Can't break it. Tried to. Just pulling back. It's fine. They could very well back test the old supply line as a demand line. Heck, it could come back down to 1800 again, you know, 1792, whatever. It's still in a really good spot. Yeah, people take profit, man. On a weekend, whatever, pull back. Yeah, it was technically a bearish and golden candle at the 200-day moving average, unable to break it. That's okay. You just make a higher low than the previous established low from July 1st or June 30th, and all will be well. It's going to take time. It's not going to go, dude, it's gold, man. $10 trillion market cap. It's going to be really tough to move the meter on this, and it's not going to go straight up. It's not like Bitcoin. It's not, you know, however many $1 trillion or less, you know, it's big market cap. So eventually $1,900 again, and then beyond 2132. And then silver, yep, silver also followed gold's. Yep, and not good, below the 200-day moving average, really for the first time since April 13th. Yep, and probably at this point, if you look, dude, you can't hold 26 above it's bullish as at, below it, and it's less. I don't know if I feel less good about silver below that level, $26. But you know, there's that demand line, you know, down here. There's some other softer support resistance at $25, $24.80. So you just gotta hang tight. We'll see what happens, man. You know, this thing has been suppressed. It's done literally nothing since August of last year. Dude, we're going on a year of consolidation, more bullish consolidation than anything. And it can't move, man. Can't move. You alright? One second. Oops. Sorry. Hey, can y'all hear me still? Am I good? I'm turning my gain down because it seems like it's
Hey Mitch, can you check out INSG? Thanks, dude.
Yeah, what's up, dude? Victor, thanks for the 20, dude. Sure. Yep. Gold, silver, blow. Platinum, blow. Everything, blow. Got it. First request. Or second request was someone asking me a burger, but KG. See? Audio too low. It's so weird, dude. Can you hear me now? Am I better now? Feeler. I'm just trying to make it to where like the background noise is just not as bad. Is it audible now? Is it okay? I'm okay. Now it's perfect. Alright, awesome. Yeah, dude, I don't know if I'd be touching this anytime soon. Just saying. KGC, gold. I don't know. I mean, it had a really nice run. Sure it's in an uptrend, some sort, but look at that demand line, how far away it is. Look how far off you are from that demand line. It's been, tested multiple times. So it will soon be approaching 581 to back test it to see if it's support. We don't know if it's going to be regarded as support or not. I mean, it should be okay, but what I don't like is like the big rally, the sell-off, the attempted rally, and the rejection, the much lower high than the previous highs, and you're below that 200-day moving average. Anytime you're below that, and now the 200-day moving average is down sloping. It's just not really good, man. You don't really want that 200-day moving average to be down sloping like that. So to me, it just doesn't really look that good. Gold Corporation, something tied to gold. It doesn't look near as good as gold. It looks nothing like gold, actually. So yeah, you're at another local critical support from March 1st of this year. There's no edge. Nothing implies upside right now. Nothing. Okay, so it's just a big dump, a really nasty dump, and then bearish consolidation. No bids during this consolidation. So I think the next target's 581 on this, no problem. I think that'll get hit soon. Well, at least there's nothing implying that it won't get hit anytime soon. So like lower high. Yeah, no, there's still things I need to do, man. Still things I need to do. It sucks, I know. It's like I gotta get furniture, man. Gotta get furniture and hang pictures and stuff and do all these things, So it's just rough. Yeah, lack destroyed. Yep, this is awful, man. Broke a support, I think, today. And a lot of things that things that, hey, they're valued because they're not performing that well. And then like the macro, the S&P and the index funds sell off, so they get hit harder. It's just really unfortunate. Yeah, I know, man. I understand. And we got less than 1 hour until your daily candle close. If you're enjoying the live stream, and like button, that bell, us up. I'm just hanging out. This is kind of a definite. I'm just trying to recoup today. No, it was actually in Ethereum, spooky. It was in Ethereum when it's lost substantial amount of its value. And it looks like it's going to lose even more value because I don't sell it. I mean, hey, you're stupid for not selling it, but that's the conviction I have for crypto. Any tips in crypto never get turned into fiat. That's it, man. The ups and the downs. That was your KGC NRG. I'm sorry, man. It wasn't better. All right. Let's go to the next one, which was TAL Education, Chinese Communist Indoctrination Camp for Children. Beautiful. Beautiful. Great to see this thing crash. I love it, man. You got to love it, dude. So October 2018, you have now surpassed that level. So multi-year lows on Tau, lowest levels in price you saw a couple days ago since 2017. What a crash. A lot of Chinese assets have been just wrecked. I mean, but there is, like, if you're talking about hope, I mean, there's some bullish divergence developing down here, but it's playing out. You can see in the histogram, but it's not going anywhere. So just very bearish, just like constant selling. Constant selling, dude. So, with no formal structure in development or anything like that, there's no Bukowski pattern. I mean, there's probably a down sloping trend line, right? There's your supply line to test. Even if it rallies here, it's got to break a supply line. I mean, yeah, I guess it would be an area to watch. What is the price action correlation going to be like at this level? That is oh so important. It's a zone of congestion, like from 2017. You can see it 2018, and here we are. So, I mean, very critical levels. If you don't hold this, you're going down to $14 roughly. All right, so it's just kind of like you're in this zone now. You're in a zone, dude. So they could probably just be plotted as a channel, A nice little channel. Major downtrend. That's it. So weekly. No edge. I mean, just bearish convergence. Most oversold of all time. Right? It's currently sitting at 21. Very, very oversold. And again, there's nothing implying upside, even with it being so dramatically oversold, so dramatically below that 200-week moving average. It had never tested the 200-week moving average in its entire history until it just capitulated through it May 24th of this year. Crackdown on Chinese companies that are in the U.S. government, hitting all Chinese assets really bad. Gross, dude. Oh, what's up, Travis? What's up, Bradley Stevenson? So, yeah, obliterated. Let's see what kind of price action you get at this very critical level. But to me, it's just nothing. There's no edge. There's no structure, like bullish reversal structure. There's nothing implying upside, even if it does reverse here. Okay, so it's kind of like, okay, great. Flip your coin. Enjoy. Tau. Disgusting. And good. Thing went up to freaking $90, and it's like an S coin, dude. Chinese stock market is kind of like an S coin market, the way it's volatile. It's lost 78% of its value in 148 days. Get wrecked. All right, so for Camille, he asked, do I still think we're following Wyckoff accumulation? Not really. No, I don't. I think it looks almost more like Wyckoff redistribution. And so it's like, again, you call it whatever you want. To me, I don't see anything really bullish about this chart except just the local little Gartley at the low point of the range with bullish divergence on one time scale. But then when you start going to more significant time scales in the 4 hour, it doesn't look bullish at all. It looks bearish. It looks like probability is higher that it goes down next, not up. So that's where we are. That's why that pull yesterday, right? This thing could just roll over. It's just been making lower highs than previous highs, man. Well, I mean, like, Tau, it's like, I mean, if you wanted to short now on Tau, it's like, wow, dude, we just talked about it, lost 78% of its value. This is exactly where a somewhat of a relief rally could occur. So you could end up getting wrecked if you buy puts right now. You know what I'm saying? They might be really expensive too. It's not an area, like an area of congestion after a 78% drawdown in 100 plus days is not an area to go short or put. It's like almost maybe possibly one of the absolute worst areas to ever go short or buy puts. You understand? It's like the inverse. It's like literally like, hey, buy high, sell low. That's what you're doing if you were going short or buying puts on Tau right now. It's just not a good area strategically at all to do that. So, spooky man, please, I hope you're kidding, all right? The dump part 2 coming this summer. It looks like it, man. Doesn't really look like there's much hope left. It's just kind of like it's all but over. All but almost over, dude. That 12 hour is really telling, dude. No edge, not oversold, but in the bearish control zone. 38. It's bearish, dude. Like 12 hours really bearish. Yeah, your hopium, the only thing you can smoke is like literally right now it has to reverse to the upside. And this is exactly where it can reverse, but dude, after being in rectangle so long and after showing a confirmed partial rise, it just isn't, the chances aren't that great, I think, of going up next. Negative Momo's building, bearish convergence, it's just nothing's good, dude. So that was for you, Camille. No, I don't think there's Wyckoff accumulation going on. Everything will change though if you actually do catch major bids here. That's just hasn't happened, and it's the weekend, and I just don't see how that's gonna happen. All right, I mean, I can see it. It would be the Gartley at the bottom of a range with bullish divergence. That's how it would happen, but I don't know it. I doubt it's gonna play. It's not gonna perform very well because there's just not gonna be enough buyers, not enough demand in crypto. Okay, next one. Insigo. Insigo. He's like, is that number set in shoulders? I don't know, man. Maybe. God, how many times have you seen assets that do this? They have their crazy run. I think it's in a correction now, man. It had such a nice run, beautiful, dude. But then a major buying climax happened in late January, and then the confirmation high up there in February, and it's just the time to be looking at Insigo Corporation was when the composite operator was acquiring his position and reacquiring his position at critical levels on the way up. Now I feel like you're correcting, and how many of these have we seen that have done the same thing, and like we try to play them after the buying climax, after the big composite operator ran it up, and then nothing plays out. Everything just keeps stop out. Everything just, it doesn't play out after the buying climax, right? It's just not enough, and then you're below like that. I don't know. There's all kinds of support resistance, man. You know, like right here, back from 2005. Yeah, I think there was a much better time, and now you're on the other side of fence of momentum, quite possibly. Right? You just made a lower low than your previous low in mid-May. So to me, it's just kind of like you missed the big run, right? The big CO composite operator run. Now it could be over. Correction, it could last it could still stay in a bull trend, eventually make a higher low than the COVID crash, but dude, you could look for something that's doing something like this, right? That's it. Yeah, redistribution, Travis. That's what I would think at this point. The daily and the 12 hour, you don't even need to talk about Wyckoff distribution or accumulation. You just look at the textbook, undeniable partial rise that is pretty much confirmed now. Bitcoin Cash is lower than when Bitcoin was at like 9,000. Go figure, dude, because it's trash. It's a useless asset. It doesn't do anything. IUOK, it never did anything. It's a speculative asset. It's driven by market speculation, sentiment, and momentum. Bitcoin Cash, like all of them, dude. All of them. Okay. So to me, I would say nah on Insigo. Look for something else. But hey, yeah, inverted shoulders. We'll see it play out. We'll see it happen, dude. Hidden bullish divergence eventually. Sure. Show me it when it plays out. Get back above $10, maybe you're in good shape then, you know. And that's it, dude. That's all the requests. So we did it, man. Got through them. Once we met the minimum criteria, you know, for a request. Yep. Crypto. Garbage. Alright, that's kind of like fake news though, dude, on Bitcoin Cash. That's not true. Like, Bitcoin Cash is the same level it was in June, same price it was in February. Bitcoin was substantially higher in February, right? Bitcoin was at $9,000 in June of last year, right? So no, that's not true at all. Bitcoin Cash was at $250 when Bitcoin was at $9,000. So how you okay? Literal fake news. Just literally saying nothing that makes sense right there. So in January, it was at like 400. Yeah, in January, it was at like 400. But then look at the run it had, okay? And then buying climax, and then correction. But no, again, Bitcoin was not at $9,000 then. In January, Bitcoin was like $50,000, $60,000 range. Or going on to that. So, I mean, that's just not true. $9,000 Bitcoin only existed in summer of last year. And Bitcoin Cash was at 260 then. So I'm looking at 2020, dude. This is one of the Bitcoin is dead. It's overtimes. Yeah, it is. 700 viewers. Yep, and it's just gonna get worse. I mean, it's gonna get substantially worse. Like, I don't even know when it will end. Like, what will be the bottom of my viewer count? There's just no telling, dude. No telling. Not much I can do about it, dude. I mean, like, people don't care about stocks the way they care about crypto, I guess. It's weird. Yeah, I agree. I think distribution's going on Bitcoin. It's like so clear. Like, I don't have any faith in a 4-hour Gartley. But I do have a lot of faith in a very real, very clear partial rise. Not being oversold. Bearish convergence locally. Yep. Very weak. Point of failure for anything bearish would be, you know, like higher than $35,000. Two different redistributions, sure, dude, whatever. Just as long as you say it looks more bearish than bullish, we're on the same page. Okay. Extreme amounts of distribution. But at the same time, man, until it breaks 30K. How many times it tried and failed? Until it breaks it, it's okay, I guess, but it's just not something to be like banking on it holding after the confirmed bearish variable that implies major percentage chance for downsides. Oh yeah, PJ, based on what, dude? Based on what? The fact that 2.1 billion people randomly just don't have access to buying it anymore ever again. Never, it's gone. China banned it, man. See an inverse Adam and Eve on Bitcoin? Not really. Inverse Adam and Eve. No, I see a rectangle with a textbook partial rise. That's it. That's what I see. That's my bearish bias. Okay, that's the way I am perceiving Bitcoin. Bearish rectangle, been in a bearish rectangle now for 58 days, and you have confirmed a partial rise. That's it. Okay. 3 falling peaks. It's not really that clear, you know. They're not that proportionate in size, but it doesn't matter. They're all bearish. Everything you're talking about is bearish. Everything's bearish, right? You know, 1 peak, a second peak, a third peak. Sure, 3 falling peaks. Sure, throw it in there with the partial rise. Throw it in there with the redistribution. I don't care. It's all good, man. You know. Probably gonna happen at some point, which is a CME gap. China already did it, man. They banned everything. That's them. That's them. They're like, we will make everyone else pay for research and development, right? And then they just ban people, right? They brought in U.S. engineers to help develop Three Gorges Dam, 85% of the way through development. Chinese communist losers kicked out the U.S. The level 4 biosafety lab in Wuhan, they had the French come out and develop it because they don't know how to do it. And 85% the way through the development of that biosafety lab, they kicked out the French, right? They banned Google, they created their own Google, right? They banned Uber, they got their own Uber. They're going to ban Tesla. They're stealing Tesla's technology, and they will have their own Tesla. And they're using propaganda and media to dictate the narrative of everything, to make everything look like it's bad and awful. They're probably sabotaging Tesla vehicles. You know, it just that's China, dude. And that's what they do. They rip off everything. They don't create anything. They just rip it off and create worse versions, and including Bitcoin. It's just like a totalitarian digital currency. Great, dude. Yeah, for sure, Royal Gamers. I'm talking about they will ban Tesla. Tesla will not one car will be able to be driven on the road of China soon. That's what I mean. Just wait for it. Clip this. It will happen. Yeah, music is probably too loud. Sorry, I don't have my music up loud enough. First time someone's saying that. That's ruined stream then, I guess. Why would they ever create their own Bitcoin, dude? Bitcoin's too free. No way. They created their own digital currency, and that's why China has banned Bitcoin, because it represents freedom. Chin, you're annoying, dude.
It's China to me. China.
Exactly. China.
What's
up, Jeffrey, dude? Thanks for 3s. Thanks, man.
Noise!
Thoughts on AT&T's stock and reducing the dividend? They can't unload their terrible DirecTV acquisition, so they need more capital?
I guess, man. It's been really weak. Look at this. You know? It's making higher lows, right? But it's now lower highs. God, and that major resistance zone was rejected. Look at this 200-week moving average rejected in June. They're not just sliding, selling off. So let's see what happens if it ever gets back down to the demand line that goes back to 2003, 2008, and pretty much the COVID crash, man. That's really bad, man. That's really, really bad. It is about the same price it was at during the COVID crash. 7.32% dividend. And you said, what was it? They are raising their dividends. Reducing their dividend. Very bad. Very, very bad. Last week was a bearish and golden candle. It was actually our lowest weekly candle close since February 22nd of this year. A major indecision candle after a bearish and golden candle. Bearish on AT&T. A lot of downside. Looks like 26.81 could be in the cards again. Below 28.83. Very critical inflection point. You are certainly below right now. So yeah, it doesn't look good, man. Terrible. Range bound. Oh boy, lightning alert, chat. We got another storm coming every single day. Yeah, so David's Wallet, man. Yeah, they've done a lot of bad things, but the technicals speak for themselves, right? Very, very bad. The old glory days, 1998, 1999. Then everyone realized what a joke it was. So you break that demand line, you're in serious trouble. You really break 2681, you're like dire straits, man. I mean that like held 2 times, you know. COVID crashed in November last year. If it doesn't hold again,
Mitch, can
whoa.
you check Cream Bust, please? Thanks.
What's up, dude? Yeah, we can look at it. But unfortunately, it's still broken out. I mean, look at this weekly. Wow, weekly is still good, man. It will be, if you close the week 2 days, 1 hour above, if you close literally where it is right now, it will be the highest candle close since February. Look at this on the weekly. Sweet mother of God, chat. It's about to go positive for the first time ever on the weekly. Histogram. Unreal, dude. Yeah, Mike, it could go worse. Is the weather, it's the same. I mean, I live in the same city, really. So, but look at Cream, though. What did it do? What did it do, man? It broke out, and what's it trying to do right now is trying to back test the old resistance as support, as discussed, as a possibility. I think it could even go to 167 again and test. That was really, to me, the top of the range. But it's just like the local highs, all these upthrusts that correlated to this one high back from September last year. I figured that could be tested. It's like so strong right now. It's holding the top of the range, and could 205, 210. You know, if it holds. What was once resistance is now, for the first time, support. Cream looking good, dude. Bitcoin looking terrible. And anytime this is crypto, so this is tied somehow to Bitcoin, it's just not going to perform as well with Bitcoin dumping. And if you have the big markdown soon, the 24/5 markdown, dude, look out. Look out, dude. Yeah, kind of break, hook, and go stuff. I wouldn't say it's a break, hook, and go. It's a breaking, it's hooking. You know, it has not goed yet. 34 minutes till the close, but it was great yesterday because of what a rally, but figured, hey, pull back, still fine. I mean, it's still fine until it falls below 157, until it falls below 150. It's still okay. What's up, Kenny Norman, man? Storm and Norman coming in, joined the annual Patreon yesterday. Thank you, dude. I really appreciate that. Hopefully you got all the, everything synced up in the Patreon, in the Discord, right? Thank you, dude. So, Victor, dude.
XRP is the greatest digital asset, and Mitch is an XRP closet whale.
What's up, Anonymous? Thanks for the 3s, dude. Where am I getting 24/5 from? The CME, Chicago Mercantile Exchange, Gap. Dom, that's where I'm getting it, okay? Yeah, that's right, Pod. That's right. It's trying to do one of them, I guess. He's already set up. Legend status, fantastic, dude. Perfect. Excellent, dude. Wow. There's someone, one of my friends is at the Barons game. It's like our minor league baseball team. And there's someone on the other team. His name is Mitch Nay. Like Mitch Nay. Wow, dude. Unreal. That was cool. So Bitcoin at its lowest point on this 4-hour candle is bad, dude.
Hi Mitch, can you do technicals in Clorox? Is that inverse head and shoulders?
Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. We have a minimum criteria for requests these days. But, it's just like, man. I'm Mitch Nay. Have a good day. Never mind. Cream looks great. Hex has hit the trade setup target one more time. The last target of the trade setup, not once but twice. Confirmation out. That was a discussion. Like, you could go up and test that high again, that bib node, to confirm the high. And now it's like, if you care about TA and you had a plan, you're out of Hex, and you got out of Hex at the absolute literal top for now. 18.8 cents. That's it. Mitch Nay does request for $5. Nice, dude. The CME is certainly a derivatives market, yes. The gap fill, yes. Yes, Dom. And it's just, it just happens that way. I mean, there's also a gap at like $46,500 too. So, yeah. Excellent. Storm and Norman, dude. 31 minutes till your daily close. All is quiet in the cryptosphere. Bearishly quiet. Too quiet. Yeah, Dom. Sure, man. Let this thing break out today because of, what's it called? Monkeypox. Chat. You know monkeypox? There was a case of monkeypox at the Dallas airport or something today. Just looking at Clorox, not because someone requested it and didn't meet the minimum criteria, but looking at Clorox because this was identified late June. A nice demand line. Reminds me of Southern Company a little bit. Hits that demand line and it's bouncing. It's beautiful, dude. A demand line that goes back to 2018, goes back to 2019, and now 2021. Beautiful bounce you're seeing. Okay. From the low to high is retraced. Not even 78%. I figured maybe a back test from the 2018 high, 2019 high would be way better, but you can't get there if there's a demand line. If there's an area where people were placing bids, it looks like they did. And what a nice close to the week, but has been correcting since August. Most recent discernible event on this chart was a lower low, the lowest low of the correction. So Bruce Leroy Jenkins. Yeah, dude, it doesn't matter. Like Link, sure, maybe Link looked okay or what. It just doesn't, man. It's just bad, dude. It's just bad. It's like, oh, okay, this harmonic completely being violated right now. Divergence, forget about it. You know where this is going. It's either, this is it, dude. This is it. It's like, it's hanging off the abyss. It's below all critical supports. Dude, this thing's about to get murdered. It looks like it's about to get murdered anyway. All right, so I don't think this thing's going to play out. So, yep. Fail, pathetic, no buyers at all, dude. You know what I'm saying? Crazy, man.
So uncool. I know you think I'm wrong. I don't want to lead you on. I just don't know what to do. So confused. To my heart you hold the key, baby. You bring out the best in me, baby. But I have to walk this road alone.
Oh my God, man, is it seriously storming again? Like every day, dude. I live in the stormlands, literally. Yep. Wow. Dang, man. Quite ominous looking clouds, too. Oh, man. I was going to look forward to hanging out on my other balcony and enjoy the sunset. Not anymore. It's beautiful, though. Seeing storms roll in every day. I love it. I live in the storage, dude. Patreon's got, there's a lot of education. All right, a lot of education in the Patreon. There is some option stuff. It's not like that much. We don't really go too much into options, but there's setups for stocks, commodities, currencies, and really it's just like the active community of like-minded individuals that are all on the same trading journey, right? Getting better as traders, where you can always ask a question in the highly active chat, and there's always going to be someone around the clock that will be doing what they can to help answer that question for you. All right. Dang, man. This is whack. Seems so obvious that it will crash. I don't think it's obvious that it will crash, man. We're just looking literally at variables, man. We're just looking at the 12-hour here, and it looks. It's like you just keep making lower lows, you keep making lower highs. 60-day, 2-month large range, and it's like massive amounts of distribution. That's right, Brad. Exactly. I love being on the top floor, man. It's so nice, so cool. Like my office is the top floor, my bedroom's the top floor. It's so good. So you got 25 minutes till your daily close. Bitcoin's very, very weak and continuously just selling off. It looks like, it's trying to back test the little 4-hour scrub demand line of the wedge or whatever. It looks like it's trying to do that, but it's just. Is it gonna hold that? I don't know, man. Maybe. Yeah, PJ, maybe a little bit, but at the same time, you know how much money we made? How much life-changing money most of us made in the Patreon last year and early this year? Yeah, you see it ran on my Instagram every day. Yep, pretty much because it rains every day, dude. I can't even hear the music, dude. I did look at Insigo, Victor. Yeah, it doesn't look good. And you rewind and you'll find the reason why. It's kind of like, it just makes sense. Like, we keep like seeing these ones that have these buying climaxes after the composite operator runs it up. And then he's out. He like takes profit, he ends the streak. And then it goes into a correction that lasts for months. And just there's not enough liquidity. Not enough buyers can come in to push the price up higher. It's rough, man. So this is Bitcoin, dude. No one is buying it. No one's buying Bitcoin, chat. Are you buying Bitcoin right now? Like, this is a cute little pattern, but it's like insignificant compared to the bearishness on the more significant time scales, dude. This thing very well could get completely violated. Okay? We'll see, Mike. Good luck to your 15-minute, Dude, this is definitely an area where a minor rally could occur just based on the fact that it is a Gartley, it's at a low-risk range area, and there's triple divergence. I'm not saying it can't do it. I'm just saying look for it to be violated because of the 12-hour and the daily's bearishness, and really the weekly is bearish too. 24.5 first net, and then we'll talk about 20K after that, okay? Yeah, 24.5 just because of CME gap. But yeah, if you're talking, and that's really like some very, very insignificant support back from December 20th to right around the same spot. So yeah, below that, 20K. Sure. Yep. Sure. Dude. Awful. Yeah, the weekly does look bad because it's about to make its lowest weekly candle close low since December. It's like continuation candle, right? It's like you did it last week though, when we talked about how bad that was, and you're getting immediate fall through price action on the next candle, on the next bar. So it's just still nothing really looking good about the weekly on Bitcoin at all. Oh man, I'm missing some serious views out there. Yeah, rip crypto. At least for the short term, yeah. It's for some time. I mean, you leg down again. What's the downside on 24.5? You know, from where it is literally right now to 24.5. 24.5. That's like a 20% drawdown. I wouldn't call this head and shoulders, man. It's not even like, that's not even like a shoulder, dude. That's like a Quasimodo looking A. I mean, it's because the measured move of this takes you to negative, it takes you to zero, I think. So it's just think about it as like a consolidation structure after a big markdown, drawdown in price. And I just don't know what's wrong with thinking about it like this. Think about it like a bearish rectangle. I think it's literally a bearish rectangle. How could you argue with me on a bearish rectangle here? Look, the lows are the same, the lows are the same, the highs are the same, right? And now you've just confirmed the partial rise, which is a bearish variable that gives you a 70% chance of a breakout to the downside, a breakdown. Oh my God, man. Yeah, gold was mentioned today, yeah. Overcomplicate TA. I don't know, man. I mean, I get it. People, you know, well, hey, it's a left shoulder's right. You know, like weekly doesn't look like that. I just think just a rectangle. It's a rectangle, dude. That's right. Thanks, Michael, for watching since 2020, dude. Yeah, I'd also agree with Crown if he said that. It's not a head and shoulders, dude. It's a Quasimodo looking A. Dude, this storm's nuts, man. Hold on a second, man. Late-ish 2017, kind of. Yeah, why not, dude? Whoa, holy crap. Good Lord. Actually, I don't know if this is a good idea. Yeah, probably not a good idea. Yeah, I get really like sketched out when I see like there's only 2 videos of Riders on the Storm, and they're all like at like 10 million views. That means like they're hardcore on taking down anyone that plays that song. So yeah, right. I would just no thanks, dude. I can't even hear the music because the rain's so loud. The song's bad too, though. Yeah, I guess we could do that. Alright, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna end the stream. Thanks everyone for coming out. I appreciate the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. And we'll just end it with some soothing rain. Put the microphone up to the window. Okay. I don't even know. It's probably terrible. So Grow Green, a little late, dude. Ooh, Deep House remix. Let's try this. We're gonna gamble. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Until next time. Respect the T.A.
Riders on the storm. 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 Into this house we're born. Into this world we're thrown. Your children play. Riders on the storm.
those turd nuggets?